Greetings and salutations. This is chapter 3 of And They Were Lab Partners by buthowboutno, Extrapolating Data. Corked up. You should send me your Spotify account. Booty Shaker 9000. And why might that be? Corked up. I need to ascertain your vibes. I have a hunch and I want to see if I'm right. Booty Shaker 9000 sent a link. Corked up. Oh, I fucking knew it! Corked up. I had you pegged as an ABBA enjoyer. Booty Shaker 9000. What can I say? I have a love for my 80s pop groups. Although I have been phasing out my use of Spotify for my much superior Donnie's Beats algorithm. Corked up. Okay, loser. Hashtag Spotify supremacy. Booty Shaker 9000. I suppose you're allowed to have opinions. Corked up. Donnie, give it to me straight. Booty Shaker 9000. Okay. Corked up. Are you a theater kid? Booty Shaker 9000. Theater can capture a flair for the dramatics that I struggle to find in other music. Corked up. Oh my god. This is the best day of my life. I hope you realize we're watching Moulin Rouge when you come over again. Booty Shaker 9000. I deem this acceptable. Corked up. I'm making a fusion playlist of both our top genres. Vibes improved. Tastes catered to. Hotel Travago. Booty Shaker 9000. Please spare me the outdated memes. Corked up. Please spare me the outdated memes. Corked up. Sent a photo. Booty Shaker 9000. I will block you. Corked up. You wouldn't do that to your precious sweetums. Booty Shaker 9000. I will block you and delete every trace of you off the internet. Corked up. Emoji heart. What's the deal with all the Hatsumiku? Booty Shaker 9000. I did not share my account with you to be scrutinized for my tastes. Corked up. Oh, I'm not teasing. Vocaloid music is baller. I just wanted to know if you listen to her in the weep way or in the auditory stem way. Booty Shaker 9000. Her music is pleasing to my temporal lobe. Corked up. ADHD autism solidarity. Booyah. Booty Shaker 9000. I have known no peace since meeting you. Corked up sent a link. Corked up. Your species is Durnail. Am I keeping you up at night? Booty Shaker 9000. As if I would lose sleep over an inferior species. Corked up. Cold, Donatello, cold. Booty Shaker 9000 sent a link. Corked up. Why are you sending me chemistry TikToks at midnight? You do realize that I can see your entire account now, right? Booty Shaker 9000. I beg you to not. Corked up. Evil smiley face. Booty Shaker 9000. Blocked, reported, and banned. That has literally never stopped me before. Corked up. Booty Shaker 9000. What is with the startling amount of David Bowie on your Spotify? Corked up. You literally just being so homophobic to me right now. Bowie is literally a queer icon and you're dogging on him. I can assure you I am not. Booty Shaker 9000. Corked up. Sounds like something a bigot would say. Booty Shaker 9000. Ah, yes, me. The bi-romantic demisexual who's been drawing on eyebrows for more than a decade and only wears purple is homophobic. You got me. Corked up. You mean those aren't little slits cut in your mask so your turtle brows can show through? Booty Shaker 9000. I believe you're the one being homophobic now. Corked up. Oh, fuck. Corked up. Donnie. The D. DD. King DD. Booty Shaker 9000. There's no need to spam. Corked up. That's so unpog of you. Booty Shaker 9000. Why are the way you are? Corked up. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Anyways, no quiz Friday, but I should be good any day this week if you actually wanted to watch Moulin Rouge. Booty Shaker 9000. Ah, this works out. I have obligations Friday. Booty Shaker 9000. Is Wednesday agreeable? Corked up. Who the fuck uses semicolons while texting? Booty Shaker 9000. Those with class. Corked up. Okay. Wednesday works. Be here at 7? Booty Shaker 9000. Aye, aye, Captain. Be prepared, mere mortal, Donnie started as he let himself in through your dorm room window. Be amazed with my stellar cosplay of Moulin Rouge's very own... Oh, Hawkins, why are you crying? You made quite a picture for Donnie to walk into. Tears were streaming down your face as you looked at Donnie pitifully. You were sure your hair was a frizzy mess. You were a solid streak of blue dye trailing from the side of your face into the bottom sections of your hair, from your pen exploding on you. Papers were strewn all around you, with the occasional food wrappers peppered in. Physics, you sniffed. It's always physics. Donnie made his way over to you through the chaos and patted your shoulder. You leaned your head against his side and stared blankly into space. Donnie stiffened slightly at the additional contact, but you weren't in the right mind to correct your positioning. My brain, I fear I may never recover, you murmured. You looked up at Donnie, still crying. I see equations when I close my eyes. There is no escape. Not to detract from your current crisis, but I suppose you forgot about our plans tonight, Donnie asked. He moved himself away from you to sit on your bed, taking up his usual residence. You paused from your moping. What day is it? November 14th at approximately 7 p.m., he said. Or Wednesday, if you'd rather. Oh, Donnie, shit! You started cleaning up your mess and organizing your papers. I am so sorry. I've been so stuck on finishing this assignment. It completely slipped my mind. It is of no matter to me. I understand your academic obligations come first, Donnie said. He already had his laptop out and was typing away, the bastard. You let a man into your space for a little less than 2 months, and he claimed your bed as his. Yeah, I'm not sure angular momentum is anything more than an academic pain in the ass, you grumbled. I'm supposed to be designing medical equipment, not calculating the velocity of a yo-yo. I'm not understanding anything from this class. You put your head in your hands, taking a deep breath. Such is the struggle that is physics, Donnie mused. He stopped typing and looked at you. I could assist you, if you'd like. Dee, you come over to watch movies, not be my unpaid tutor. I couldn't ask you to do that. I promise you, the joy and intricacies of angular momentum will be just as fulfilling to me as watching Moulin Rouge for the 12th time, Donnie said. Although I am imposing a mandatory 15-minute break for you, you'll get nothing done if you don't allow your brain to rest for a time. You blinked blearily at him and slowly laid your head down on your bed, your body still standing to reach it. Dee, you are my savior, you said into your blankets. You felt a metal hand pat your head. You were not the first to say that, my child. Nor will you be the last, Donnie said with the air of a wizened old man. You snorted at him. Another metal claw held a handkerchief in front of your face. You used it to dry your face and blow your nose. That was oddly sweet. Okay, Gandalf, I'm going to go take a quick shower if that's all the same to you, you said. Donnie grunted in response. Cool. Make yourself at home. You gathered up a fresh change of clothes and your shower caddy and left for the communal showers. You took your prosthetic fingers off and placed them into your clothing bag before turning on the water. You could feel the tenseness of your body leave you the moment hot water hit your skin. You took in the ink stain on your hair and deemed it a lost cause. Whether you could take it out... Whatever you couldn't take out with shampoo, you'd just cover up with some hair dye later, you decided. Struck by the sudden quiet of the bathroom, you looked for your speaker in your shower caddy and found it missing. Another win for you in the book, it seems. You sighed, reaching for the body wash instead. You thought about Donnie, about how he was so quick to change gears when he saw how distressed you were. You considered Donnie more than an acquaintance, yes, but this? Donnie was a full-blown friend. You racked your brain, wondering how that had happened. At the beginning of the semester, you had hardly spoken to any yokai, much less invited one into your dorm room on a weekly basis. You had knocked him out within the first 10 minutes of meeting him, for Christ's sake. You turned off the shower and started to pat yourself dry, shaking the train of thought out of your head. However you managed it, you were thankful for Donnie, even if he was a pain in your ass. Oh, back so soon, Donnie said, greeting you as you walked in. You made a face at him, immediately going to put your things away and hang up your towel. I'm a little scared to ask how long it takes you to shower, you said. You dropped your dirty clothes into your hamper and finally turned back around to witness what Donnie was up to. He had cleaned up your floor, even picking up and organizing the pile of books you had next to your desk. All your dishware was cleared off your desk and was replaced with 2 steaming mugs of coffee and a cup of instant ramen on your desk. Donnie had even made your bed. I don't know if I'm dreaming, but I do not want to wake up, you said. Donnie gave you a big smile as he tied off the trash bag he was holding. I've often been told that I'm the man of someone's dreams, Donnie said. You stuck your tongue out at him. He mimicked the gesture while handing you the cup of ramen and a pair of purple chopsticks. You suspected he had had those stored in the battle shell. I had a sneaking suspicion that you didn't eat any real food recently, so this is as close to dinner as I could manage, Donnie said. You held your hand to your chest, tears streaming, starting to well up in your eyes. I hope you understand that this is a marriage proposal in some countries, you said. You watched as Donnie stuttered, trying to formulate a response, and smiled. What a dork. You looked down into your ramen and were surprised to find a sliced, soft-boiled egg and some sliced green onions on top of the noodles. Dee, I definitely don't remember having eggs in my mini refrigerator, you said. Donnie went from looking flustered to looking very sheepish. I may have borrowed some from your downstairs neighbors, he admitted. You gave him a blank expression and blinked at him while you took your first bite of ramen. You nearly started crying again as you started chewing the noodles. You weren't entirely sure when your last meal was today. Don't do it again, but this is the best meal I've had in months, you said with your mouth full. You shoveled the ramen into your mouth at record speed, reaching for your coffee to wash it down. You noted that your coffee had creamer and sugar to your usual specifications. You set the coffee down on your desk and turned to Donnie, who was sipping in his own cup. I would like to hug you now, you said, holding out your arms and making grabbing motions with your hands. Donnie choked on his coffee. What? Why? He said, half coughing. Display of gratitude. I would also settle for a hand squeeze if you're not touchy today, you said, still holding out your arms. Donnie furrowed his brows, but apprehensively sat his coffee down and walked into your arms. You pulled him into you, wrapping your arms around his back and pressing your face into his plastron. Donnie robotically patted your head and put one arm around your shoulders. You should allow me to scan your brain for damage due to prolonged exposure to physics, Donnie mused. It appears that you are a bit broken. You groaned into his chest, releasing him from your hold and stepping away from him. You moved to sit at your desk and boot up your laptop. Way to kill a bromance moment, Dee, you said. You pulled up the last problem that you were working on for your assignment and groaned, remembering how stuck you were. Donnie pulled up your roommate's desk chair next to you. He read over the problem and let out a happy chirping noise. You noticed his tapping feet on the ground excitedly. Have I mentioned that physics is one of my favorite fields of study? Donnie asked. He grabbed one of your pens from a cup you had on your desk and started sketching out a picture from the problem. It combines logic and reasoning and applies mathematics in a way that makes other fields can't begin to compare to it. It's splendid. Donnie looked at you and gave you a bona fide, unrestrained smile. He held another pen out to you, offering it. Are you ready to learn? He asked. You took the pen from Donnie, taking in how open his body language was and how genuinely excited he seemed to be about teaching you. You felt your heart beat weird for just a moment and smiled back at him. Hit me with everything you got, Dee. Donnie, hands down, was one of the best tutors you've ever had. You figured that 30% of it was his unfathomable knowledge on the subject, but the other 70% was sheer, unadulterated enthusiasm. Any sliver of guilt you felt about having Donnie help you with your work dissipated when he squealed with joy as you got the first problem right. You also got over any embarrassment you had felt from needing the help. You were worried about Donnie talking down to you for not understanding something that came so easily to him, but he just kept surprising you. Instead of teases and taunts, you found yourself dealing with praise and chirps of affirmations as you worked through the problems. You found yourself laughing and relaxing as you worked through the problem set, something that had never happened while you were dealing with something physics related. Donnie sorted through your physics notes as you worked, letting out scoffs of disappointment. You'd think they would hire professors that know how to teach. This isn't how you're supposed to introduce momentum and impulse at all, Donnie admonished. I think I still have my notes from when I was working through this material. I'm going to clean up the file and send it to you. Oh, a Donnie edited physics textbook? You could make good money off that, you said. Scoff. Capitalizing off of education is how we got into this predicament in the first place, Donnie said. He set your notes aside and peered over you at the paper. How's the last problem going? I think I actually have this concept down, you said. You typed in your answer into your homework program and pressed enter. You could have collapsed with relief when you saw that you got the right answer. You looked over at the problem set and saw that you only finally finished every problem. You slumped into your chair, allowing your head to fall back over the backrest. This feels better than heroin, you sighed. You brought a hand up to massage your temples. Your body felt limp, with the final vestiges of adrenaline finally leaving your system. I do hope that you're not speaking from personal experience, Donnie said. He started gathering up your mugs and discarded silverware to deposit in the bin of dirty dishes you kept by the door. You had half a mind to stop him, but knew you couldn't best Donnie in your state of mental exhaustion. Instead, you looked at the clock to see that it was only 10:15. Hey, Dee Dee, you called out, flopping yourself around to face Donnie. I don't have class tomorrow until 11 if you still wanted to watch Moulin Rouge. Of course, you say that only after I've taken off my suspenders, he replied. You scoffed at him, shaking your head. Donnie did look very dapper, you could admit. It in the button-down and fitted pants ensemble he had arrived in. It was only the nature of nice outfits that once you've spent hours doing physics, they're bound to become untucked and slightly taken off. Oh, Christian, let me set up the projector. You packed up your schoolwork and placed your projector, a bit precariously, on the middle of the bed, displaying the movie on the mini-movie screen you had hanging from the ceiling on command hooks. Was it a dorm violation? Yes. Did your RA really care about anything that wasn't tobacco, weed, or noise violations? Nope. You settled onto your bed, your legs dangling off the edge of your bunk, while you sat horizontally across it. Donnie sat next to you, careful not to disrupt the projector in between the two of you. You yawned as you plugged in your laptop to the projector. If you fall asleep during the movie, I will insist on finishing it next time, Donnie warned, half teasing. You blew a raspberry at him. I have like 4 cups of coffee in me. There's no way I'm passing out before midnight. You said. You pulled up the movie from a totally legit and trustworthy website and pressed play. You wrapped a throw blanket around you and snuggled into the nest of pillows you had created against the wall. Donnie looked at you, unconvinced, and mimicked your posture on his side of the bed. You hummed with contentment as the familiar intro started up on the screen. You were very cozy in a way you hadn't been for a long time. Wednesday nights without homework until 3 a.m. were very few and far between. You felt yourself closing your eyes more and more as you tried to keep your attention on Evan McGregor narrating over the roaming cityscapes on screen. You nestled further into your pillows, drawing your blanket tighter around you. You swear you heard a soft, "I told you so," before you succumbed to the blissful darkness. You woke up to your 10 o'clock alarm blaring at you, suspiciously tucked in and your projector nowhere to be seen. You reached for your face to rub your eyes and found a sticky note on your forehead. Good morning, sweetums. I took the liberty of cleaning up after you passed out. In less than 10 minutes. That's a rare record. I should have my physics notes sent to you before noon. Please send over any questions you may have. D. P.S. You snore. P.P.S. Movie next Friday? You were really going to kill him. That is the end of chapter 3. Thank you for listening, and I will have a link in the description to the original story. I would like to say thank you to But How About No for letting me do this. Have a good day.